बोल देंगे कि लेक्चर 1 कंप्लीटेड, तो 5 मिनट का ब्रेक लेंगे, फिर लेक्चर 2 स्टार्ट करेंगे। ठीक है, ठीक है। और सर वहाँ पे मार्कर बोर्ड है, ठीक है।
Okay, shall we start? So again, good morning to everybody. And before I start, I will like to know every one of you. So I will request, just tell your name, where you come from, your short background. Am I clear? So let me start from the last. Generally, people start from the first. I will go like this. Just tell your name. And what is your background? Okay. Okay, very good. Next one.
Adrija Bhaduri. I'm from Kolkata. I'm working on IRS D2D.
Very good.
60 only.
Next. Please keep on passing on. Yeah. No, it is not working.
Hello sir, I am Nivedita Biswas from EC department and I am a PhD scholar. Currently working on
Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Try that. It should work.
Screen light is showing but
Not working? Who is the expert? Now it is working.
Hello.
No.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. I am Neha. I am from EC department. I am a PhD scholar currently working on free space optics.
Very good.
Scholar, EC department.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Please pass on here. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. I'm Dr. Devin Gujjar. I did my PhD from IIT and then I went for postdoc. I did my postdoc from University of Saskatchewan, Canada. And then I joined here as an assistant professor in 2018. I was ERCM fellow in NTNU Norway during 2022 and I'm currently working on wireless community.
Wonderful. Right person here.
Good morning, sir. Myself Aditya Mohan Srivastava, and I am doing my integrated BTech MTech from National Forensic Sciences University, Agartala.
Wonderful.
Good morning, sir. My name is Bitan Chakravarti, and I am from NFSU Tripura, pursuing my BTech MTech in cybersecurity from NFSU Tripura.
Very good.
Good morning, sir. I am Karthik Mishra, and I am from National Forensic Sciences Institute and pursuing my BTech MTech from cybersecurity.
Very good.
Good morning, sir. My name is Rahul Sharma. I am PhD scholar from Department of Electronics and Instrumentation, and currently I am working on wireless communication.
Very good. Anybody else want to introduce? No, I think others I know. Very good. So at least I know who are here, and it appears that most of the participants are PhD students. It means at least you are familiar with G. 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, 6G, and maybe thinking about beyond 6G. Very good. The topic which I will talk, 6G networks, foundations, challenges, and future prospects. So future prospects will be what? That you will hear in due course. 6G. How much of you understand 6G? Please raise your hand. How many of you understand 6G? How many of you understand 5G? 4G? Okay, nobody is raising hands. So let me tell you briefly before I start my talk. 1G and 2G, India was not familiar. 1G, India was not familiar at all. 2G, they heard something is happening in telecommunication wireless. 3G, India participated. 4G, India was active. And 5G, India became very active. 6G, India wants to become world leader as far as our Prime Minister Modi is concerned. Modi is claiming that India will be the world leader in 6G. And okay, it does not depend on him. It depends on all you young generation how to go ahead. So within 4 days, you will learn about 6G. I will motivate you to go ahead to do research to fulfill the dream of our Prime Minister, what he is thinking. Because any Prime Minister can talk, but it will not be fulfilled if young generation does not support him. So he needs the support of young generation. Please go ahead, learn today, tomorrow, and 2 days more, and start initiating research. I will always support you wherever I'm there, no problem. You contact me, and I'm there to help you. So this is the point which I want to tell you. This 1G, as I told you, India was not familiar. 2G, India started to know. 3G, India participated a little bit, but 4G, definitely India participated a lot. 5G, India became quite initiative. And 6G, as I told you, India wants to become world leader. And all of you are here present to go ahead with that dream of the Prime Minister. So 6G, 5G and 4G, let me tell you about, any generation, technology is very important. So 1G was FDMA. How many of you know about FDMA? Full form? Frequency division multiple access. 2G, TDMA, time division multiple access. 3G became different. And new terminology was defined, wideband CDMA. Do you know the full form of CDMA? Please raise your hand. How many of you know the full form of CDMA? Can you tell what is the full form? Code division multiple access. So wideband CDMA. Then 4G. New concept came, and OFDM, orthogonal frequency division multiple access. If you look the literature, you will find lot of my publication on OFDM. Perhaps I published first paper on OFDM, right? I think maybe I don't know how many books I wrote about OFDM. If you go to the Google, you will find the books written by me on OFDM, multi-carrier CDMA. To my memory, it may be more than 5 to 10 books on OFDM, multiple division access, and so on. Then 5G, and now we are going at 6G. 6G, you will hear from me during the course. So if I remember correctly, generation started in 1980. Then 1990, 2000, 2010, 2020. That is what 5G is going ahead. And 2030, we are expecting 6G. And 6G is a good challenge. It will be future technology, and there is a large scope for research, innovation, and doing something great. And India can take the leadership in the world. And each of you have the great challenge for that. So listen carefully, learn something, and go ahead with the development and research. Many of you are doing PhD, and still you have the time to change your topic and work for 6G, maybe access technology, maybe networking, maybe many of you told cyber security, so you can work for cyber security related with the 6G. So with this basic aspect, what I have to do? Okay. The course structure. Duration is 28 March to 3rd April. Today is 28 March. So we will be together till 3rd April. And the 3rd April, let us see that really you all are able to go ahead further, because nobody raised a hand about except you, I think. 6G. So you should be capable enough to do something great and research. Location is, of course, you know better than me, what is the name of the location. Then total contact hours. If I remember, I was going through the document. It is 18 hours. So 18 hours will be together. 14 hour lecture and 4 hours tutorials. Mode is simple, lecture, discussion, tutorials, and an examination. At the end, there will be examination. That is what I understand. And I'm a very tough professor to pass their students. So let me see how many will pass in the examination. And if you pass, it means really you have learned something what I have talked for the course. What will be the outcome? I don't know what outcome you are expecting. This is my definition of outcome, but maybe each of you can tell me what is the outcome you are expecting. What do you expect from this course?
So we expect that we should be able to understand about the 6G as well as the challenges which we will face and how to overcome those challenges. What the opportunities which we will get.
Wonderful.
In future.
Any one of you want to say what outcome you are expecting?
As I'm working in wireless communication, I'm not sure like what things will be there in 6G. So because you have a better experience on talking with people from around the globe, so I was like expecting that through this 3-4 days lectures, I'll be having some idea and some surety like what things we should focus for 6G and what can be included in 6G.
Very good. Any one of you, there are many PhDs. Some of you can come forward and what do you expect? Just stand up and tell. I can force you to talk, but now I want that you should talk. Just, okay, young lady. I am addressing you, yeah.
So let's say I was expecting that after this course I'll able to understand what is like 6G and how I can apply on my research.
Very good. Any one of you, without me forcing you?
I am expecting the area where I can apply my knowledge so that I can explore something new.
Yeah. Any one last person, anybody else who can tell me? Let me, just 1 second. Yeah, please go ahead. Ranjay, your name is?
So since my area of research is wireless communication, so I would like to explore how 6G will help me in my research paper. And if I get expert in this field, so I can work on this field too. So I'm expecting I will learn a lot.
Now, last person who should say something what he or she expects, just automatically stand up and tell me. Anyone? Yes.
But I think actually that the generation that are learning 1G to 5G, the promises that the standardizations are offering, which is actually not realized. But what I'm expecting that the 6G, what standardization says, that actually should actually realizable and we get the benefit.
Wonderful. Now, let me see what I have written. So, learning outcome by the end of the course. First point I have written, gain expertise in 6G network, evolution, KPIs, and architectures. KPIs, I think all of you know the full form of KPIs. I don't think I should take time to explain about KPIs. Second point I have written, analyze economic, computational, and security challenges. Do you agree with this idea? Okay. Third one is explore AI, ML. I think all of you know AI and ML. Quantum computing, IoT, and terahertz spectrum in 6G. Fourth point is understand 6G, standardization, sustainability, and ethical implications. Last but not least, value, be ready for research and innovation in 6G. This is the real challenge. Be ready for innovation research. How many will be ready for innovation research? Please raise your hand. One. All are not raising the hand. Young man, raise your hand. Yes, raise your hand. I want 100% hands are raising. Yes, now I'm happy. So every one of you promise me to be ready to go ahead for innovation research. And really, it will be a great pleasure for your institute, NIT Silchar, will be famous in the world for the work of 6G. This is enough number, you have raised a hand. Don't lie me. You have promised to do research and innovation in 6G from today onward. I will not ask you after 4 days, but from today onward, every slide you will see, you will find some innovation. You may think now this is a good topic to start the work. What happened? Oh, sorry. The course plan. I think all of you are familiar with the course plan. It is 6 days program. The first day is today, and we'll discuss about the foundation concept. There are 4 lectures. This is the number 1 lecture. And I have to give 4 lectures in one day. 80 years old professor can talk 4 hours. Do you think so? Okay, I will try my best. Lecture 1 is simple. Already I have started introduction, vision, and so on. Lecture 2 is glimpse 2020 beyond 5G, road for the future of wireless. Lecture 3, complex network challenges in 6G, and lecture 4, society 5.0, SDG, 6G network, and so on. This is the today's lecture in 4 hours. And the first hour has just started. Am I all right? Second, of course, to the 9th, it means tomorrow. And there are 4 lectures again. 4 lectures today and 4 hours lecture tomorrow. Don't you think it will be too much for me? And there again, we are continuing KPIs, challenges, vision, and of course, architecture and security challenges. Many of you are in security. You will be happy. Every day I will talk about security. Day 3, so after tonight, 30th, but somebody said 31st is holiday. So it is changed. Who is faulty for preparing the slide, me or somebody else? So it is not 31st, but 1st. So 30th, 31st, no lecture. But you will have enough time to understand what I have talked to you for 2 days. So 1st April, don't try to bluff me. Maybe nobody comes here. 1st April we call the full day. So everybody will try to make me fool. I will come here and there is no student. Then what will I do for whole day? Any chance for me? No chance. So 1st April, full day, make the foolish. Either I make foolish to you all or you will make me foolish. So there we are talking about the smart cities and so on, familiar with this. We'll talk about Conasense. Somehow, anybody who has prepared my slide is not correct. Conasense stands for communication, navigation, sensing, and services. And by mistake, my student who has prepared a slide, I think I should never give him PhD. This is not correct. She has written context awareness, self-awareness, and sensor network, Conasense. I don't know why she thought that. Conasense stands for communication, navigation, sensing, and services. Perhaps she thought she should teach professor also. Why professor should teach her only? So now she has given the new definition of Conasense. Okay, it may be correct. She is young, very bright, and challenging. So I will ask her, why did you put in the slide? Then again, 2nd of April, after full day, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lecture again. We'll talk about standardizations. We'll talk about terahertz spectrum band. Of course, we'll talk about all the quantum computing. Last but not least, 6G data privacy, ethics, security, and all these aspects. And then last 2 days is tutorials and examination. That is not my work. So for the 4 days, I will be active with you. Of course, last 2 days, I will be there to see that how you are performing, examination, who fail, who pass. Do you expect you will pass the examination? Who expect to pass the examination? As I told you, I am very tough professor, very, very tough and complex. Anybody who raised the hand will positively pass the examination? Please raise more hands. More hands. I think all of you will pass the examination. I told you I am tough and complex, but I love my students. I never fail any of my students. Sometimes it happened that my student is getting much lower mark, then just I wrote myself few answers and passed him or her. I said the student should never fail. But of course, I called the student before upgrading it. That here is the mistake, and next time it should not happen. And he or she always in tears. Sir, perhaps I didn't follow, I didn't read, I didn't sleep, and so on. A standard answer by the student. Whole night he couldn't wake up. Suppose a child is there, then my child didn't allow me to sleep, crying whole night, and so on. I said, okay, in the future you prepare, I pass you. So everybody will pass the exam, so that I promise you. Even it will be, sometime you will be surprised. I have received blank paper, and I cannot give the grade with the blank paper. Then I call one of the students, write here, answer, and then pass. So this is the way I work in my life. Because I know everyone has the brain, everyone has the merit. Only as a professor, I have to motivate him or her to go ahead further. So why I should block him or her in career? So give the opportunity, and that gives the lesson. I have seen some of them who was failing, and they become number one in the world in the field, because that day he or she got a motivation that professor is right. I have to put effort to go further ahead in the world. So this is the motivation I'm giving you, and I'm sure after 4 days, NIT, somehow I remember Raudkara more than Silchar. I don't know why Raudkara is more in my mind. Anybody from Orissa here? Raudkara is in Orissa, yeah? Anybody from Orissa? So you should give me something bribe, because I'm telling about your state so much. So think what will you give me at the end of the day. I think he must give me something. Yeah. So foundational concept, and I'm talking about first day, I think day one. Today is the day one. So you can see what we are talking. Let me tell you, the book which I am following, I'm forgetting the name of the book. I have written 6 books, 7th book is on way, and one of the book I have used for this course. Anybody can tell me all the books? 6 the books. Oh, you have all the list. So, the book which I have used for the course, 6G Enabling Technologies, New Dimension to Wireless Communication. It is an edited book by me, Anand, Albena, and Nidhi. And Nidhi has prepared the slide. So that's why she decided to use this book for the course. Now I understand. Because she called me, Professor, I have used this second book. And I thought, why is she using this book? Why not other books? Now I know, because she wanted her name to address the audience. She prepared my slide, and she used this book for the slide. So 6G Enabling Technologies, New Dimension to Wireless Communication, read by myself, Anand, Albena, and Nidhi. But all books are equally good. This book, basically, it is good to go through because all the slides are based on this book. Thank you. And then just to have the idea which chapter I have used. So first chapter 1.1, chapter 2, jumping from one to other chapter. Different chapters I have used for lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, lecture 4. I thought it is good I should give you an idea which book has been used and which chapter has been used for various lectures. Then second day, we will talk about 6G fundamentals and security. So security will be a very important topic. And then again, 4 lectures. And the book is same. And you can find the different chapters which I have used from the book for each topic. Third day, we'll talk about 6G use cases and future prospects. And there I'm giving only 2 lectures on third day. Am I right? Only 2 lectures I'm giving. So it will be a relaxed day for me, or whole day. Next half is tutorial. Okay. You are more bright than me. Then, again the same book. Then last day, again lecture. Advanced technology. So third day is a rest day, only 2 lectures. I don't know why it was done. Okay. So we are talking about standardization, terahertz spectrum band, IoT and so on, and quantum technology. And again, I have mentioned which are the chapters I have taken from the book for this day. Okay, last day, day 5 and day 6 tutorials and evaluation. So it means tutorial examination will be on 5th day and evaluation in who will examine the each output. You will examine everybody and pass everybody. How much you will charge everyone to pass the examination? Will you pay him to pass?
But I'm confident that I'll, like after attending all the lectures, I'll pass by myself.
By your merit. You don't have to give him anything.
No need of any.
How about you?
I can also pass.
You can also pass by merit.
Professor is teaching, so
So it means everyone will give the same answer. So I'm sorry, you will not earn anything. You will waste your time, but no money. So tutorials and evaluation, 5th and 6th day. So day 1 starts now. So up till now, it was not day 1, it was day -1. So introduction and foundational concept on the first day. And how much time already I have taken? How many minutes? 30 minutes. So half an hour has gone of the day 1 without talking the course. Is it good or bad?
It's warming up. It's warming up, so it requires.
It requires. Okay. What do you think? Yes, your opinion? Half an hour I have taken without giving the lecture.
Sir, as a teacher, I also take 15 minutes just to tell like what you are going to learn, and so that they will be engaged throughout the lecture of 1 hour. So it is better.
It is better.
It is always better to sharpen your sword before using it.
So I am not cheating you all. No cheating. Who tell me that I have cheated you for half an hour? Anybody? Did I cheat you for half an hour? Nobody. I think I have cheated you because I didn't think anything. But anyway, let's go ahead. What is 6G? I think many of you can give the answer now. What is 6G? As per your understanding. Anyone who want to tell me what, at least I want to learn from you. What is 6G? Raise your hand. How many of you can tell me what is 6G? You are all young and bright. Even if you have not heard, you can invent what is 6G. What mobile phone you are, most of you are having 5G mobile phone? 5G phone you are using. So already you are using 5G. So I think you can think about 6G. I think he knows 6G. Just behind you. What is 6G? What is 6G?
So 6G is like something we are expecting that we will communicate very fast. Like if real-time data is there, let's say the car is moving and we want to see like where the car is. So autonomous cars, we can use it in that particular thing. And the gap between the data transmission will be very less. So the things will be very fast. And
Can you address the people now?
So this is what I think the sixth generation of the communication.
Talk 5 minutes about 6G. Please address. You are a teacher, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But
So-
I don't know much about 6G. So.
No, but you said some few words that is good enough. So please learn something from him about 6G.
So what I feel is the next generation of communication, because we started from line of sight communication. I'm just talking to you. This was 0G or the first G call. Then in the next G, we moved on to if a person is in the next room and I want to talk. So this way we just compare. So 6G is something like when we can communicate beyond the world. If you want to communicate, okay, outside the world globe, then also 6G, because there you will need not only the distance matters and the data, the transmission, like the speed should matter, and all, but also the time duration in which you fetch the data. So the latency should be very less. So these are the few things which I think the 6G can address.
Yeah.
So
Right.
this is what I understood from this.
Very good. It's a good lecture. I think he deserves to be a professor of 6G. Are you full professor?
So like I'm associate.
Associate professor. And next promotion is?
I will not get
Why will you not get? Who has the power to promote you? Director is the power. He's the only one. So I will tell him that you should get 6G when I meet him. Anyone else want to explain to me what is 6G? Okay, he wants to explain, please. And address to the audience.
We can start motivation from 4G. What problems we are facing in 4G? Like whenever we go to any crowded place, for example, airport or railway station, then you will realize that we'll not get the basic connectivity that we can have in normal days. So there is a problem with 4G, and 5G is now rolled out. And what promises 5G does means basically it depends on the services. What kind of services do we expect from 5G? For example, if we are focusing on high data rate. So for high data rate, we have a special class of 5G that will be enhanced mobile broadband that will address the requirement of high data rate. And if we want to utilize this 5G in cases where latency is important aspect, so for that we can utilize ultra reliable low latency communication. And some cases where we want to incorporate or include more number of users, for example, IoT use case scenario or the scenarios where number of devices are more. So in that case, we can have the dedicated resources that is termed as massive machine time communication. But still, we are not able to focus on some aspects. For example, we are not able to integrate the AI and other emerging techniques. For example, in 5G, we are not able to utilize the age of information, because age of information might play an important role. So considering the latency and the freshness of the data, we can focus these things in upcoming generation of wireless network, that is 6G. And we can utilize some advancements, for example, in terms of FBMC or NOMA or IRS.
Yeah.
And then we can have the ultra low latency, ultra high data rate. We can have massive number of devices that can be connected to the network, and by combine, it can be termed as 6G. That's what my understanding is. And
Very
I
good.
expect that I'll get more about 6G.
Good complementary function. Yeah. Last, but there should be one more to address. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 girls. I think one of the girls should say something. What is 6G? You want to say something about 6G? Not you. What about you? You are sitting at the end. It means we have more knowledge than anybody sitting in this hall. Talk about 6G. उनको दे दीजिए माइक्रोफोन. I think it is not only boys should talk. Young boy, you are half an hour late. So now you have to tell us what is 6G. First let the girl talk, then you will, meanwhile I give you 5 minutes to think about 6G. Yeah, please go ahead.
So I think metaverse is like upcoming one of the technologies where I think AI is being integrated. So like low latency is very important so that we can get the information or the video on time. And as we move forward, we see that the frequency is also increasing to terahertz. So I think like it's about integrating ocean, land, and like Sunanya sir said, outside world to get communicated. Like even satellite communication is coming up. So I think 6G is based on all these features along with 5G and 4G that's coming up.
I think you have another complementary function. And then last boy who came late, have you heard about 6G? Oh, you have not heard,
sir.
therefore you are late. But can you talk something about 6G? Do you know the full form of G?
Yes, sir.
What is G?
Impression. Impression.
Is it correct? Okay. Then now talk about 6G.
Generation.
You have mobile phone?
Yes, sir.
What generation?
4.
4G. Why not 5G? I think every Indian should have 5G mobile phone. 5G is expensive in India?
No, sir. No.
No. Then after the class, please buy a 6G mobile phone. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Anyone who can tell me about 6G? Yeah.
I think the purpose of communication is to transfer information from one point to another point, or giving knowledge to about some event. Like some events are happening right now. I want to actually exactly transfer this information to some other place. Now, what the generations like in communication 1G, 2G, 3G, they are trying to do this same thing. But as of now, we are not able to actually transfer entire event information to another place. So in that state, 6G probably will able to do that. By that, what I'm trying to say that there will be ultra low latency. What Sir said about, then it should be very high speed communication, and it should have the capability to any time, any place, any device, irrespective of the scenario or whatever velocity that you are moving with. For all scenario, I should be able to get the information if I want to have, and exactly same information. Like somebody want to actually feel what this course is actually going on, and the person who is outside, he is able to see only 2D, maybe 3D, but not exact information like context and other things. So 6G probably should be able to do that thing.
Very good. I think all of you have heard about 6G, and then let me see what my slide talks. Okay. First point is nothing everybody knows. 6G is the sixth generation of wireless technology envisioned to provide ultra high speed. All of you mentioned that. Low latency, maybe zero. AI integration, that also almost everybody mentioned. Sustainable connectivity. These are the 4 important parameters. Expected launch 2030 with early research already underway. And from today, we are starting more research, not early research. We will start advanced research at the end of the day. I will ask each of you what topic you are going to start so that really something we reach at the end of the day. Why do we need 6G? This is another challenge. Why we should waste our time? Why we should waste the public money to do research and innovation for 6G? Any idea anybody has? Of course, you can see my slide. But other than that, any other idea for why should we do research in 6G? You want to say?
Just like as you mentioned, limitation of 5G. So the major limitation is coverage. Of course, when we communicate in FR2 range. Generally, it starts with 24 gigahertz and more. So the coverage will be very less. You need line of sight connectivity all the time. So in that case, you will get higher data rate, but at the cost of coverage. So you need to maintain the coverage as well.
Young boy, I think your face is telling you have some answer for this question.
Sir, 6G, sir, I would like to talk about latency, sir. Since latency play important part in medical industry where surgeon can.
Are you medical doctor? Or medical doctors have bribed you to say this? Okay, please go ahead.
In medical application of 6G, if we get ultra low latency, then any surgeon can perform remote operation on any patient. So it will revolutionize the medical industry. So I think 6G will play a very important role in medical industry.
Very good. I think this is a good point. So I think you have already mentioned limitation of 5G, like coverage, latency, capacity, power efficiency, and so on. Demand for a smarter, greener, that is very important, and more immersive digital experiences. Then support for IIT, quantum computing, holographic, I think everybody is familiar with holographic, and advanced IoT. So these are the reasons we need 6G after 5G. Then 6G next leap, 2030s. And there I'm addressing what are the 6G key features. I think this point all of you have already addressed while giving me the points about need of 6G. Many of you have addressed this point. So let me tell you briefly. Expected to surpass 5G in speed, intelligence, energy efficiency, and global reach. And global reach means, till 5G, we have only terrestrial communication. But 6G will enhance from here to space. Yeah. So that's important, that really we are covering the whole globe. That is a very important parameter with the 6G. Of course, we have mentioned about other parts like ultra high speed, ultra low latency, AI-driven network, global coverage. I think this point, quantum security. Who is the security expert here? In this hall, anybody? Do you know the spelling of security? Okay, I think he is also security expert because he mentioned the cyber security word. So what is quantum security?
Actually, I don't have idea about quantum security, but security is basically saving our network from any external intruder. If somebody wanna get to our system and get our information, we have to make our system reliable so it is secure enough so that no any intruder can intrude our network.
Anybody, did you listen to him? What did he say about quantum security? Do you agree with him? Anybody disagreeing with him? Do you disagree with him about
Quantum security is something like when you talk about quantum, so it thinks in terms of like multiple options. Like
Can you address the people also? Then?
When we talk about quantum, so quantum is something like when the things are like in spin. When you talk about spin, so spin can rotate in left direction or right direction, and from spins there are like multiple possibilities which you can make. So based on that, this quantum computing, when you talk about, it has multiple probabilities which you can like assign to a particular task. Then because of that, the systems become very prone to this attacks also. So then to secure them, it becomes very difficult. And then this quantum security is a very challenging task, and it can like help as well. So this is what I'm saying.
Very good. Then post massive IoT and smart connectivity, holographic that we have mentioned. So basically, this is the next leap by 2030. Potential use cases. Any technology comes, we must have the use case. If there is no use case, that technology is used and useless. There must be some use and applications for any new technology. Do you expect that 6G will give some new application, new use cases? Everybody agrees with this young boy? For me, you are very young. I am 80 and you might be 40 or less than 40? Less than 40. So I cannot tell you my grandchild, but you are my child. Many of here are my grandchildren, like my grandchildren. My granddaughter is 22 years old. How many of here 22 and less? See, a good number. I have many grandchildren here. Mostly everybody's children, but there are many grandchildren also I am having here. Academic grandchildren, intellectual grandchildren. Very good. So I think I am teaching not only my next generation. As a professor, you always teach next generation, but I am teaching next generation also. So potential use cases you mentioned clearly: smart cities, autonomous vehicle. Do you want autonomous vehicle in India? We don't have the facility, but government has to create the facility. At least in this campus we can have. Do you believe me? In this campus we can have. So start with the campus, and then we think about the city, then we think about the state, and then we think about nation. So start one by one. India will have it. Then holographic, then healthcare. Who was mentioning? You were mentioning about the medical and healthcare. Then industrial automation, last but not least, quantum. And on every slide, perhaps. Nidhi, who has prepared my slide, perhaps she likes quantum. I asked her to come with me, but she couldn't get the leave. She said, next time I will come here. I said, you have prepared a slide. I will sit down to give a talk. Wherever you are doing a mistake, I will correct it. Unfortunately, she didn't come. She wanted to come. But you know, if you are in full-time job, it is not you who will decide, it is boss who will decide. And she has the lecture the whole semester. And she cannot ask somebody to give the lecture instead of her. So she couldn't come. She is an Indian, she wants to come to India every time. But maybe next time when I come here, I'm sending message every day. How beautiful is the place? And sir, then I should come. I should next time. It is not my last visit to this place. So 6G enabling technology. Technology. Who will tell me about technology? What is enabling technology for 6G? I think you have talked many times. You have talked many times. He has talked. Young boys or girls, tell me the technology, new technology for 6G. Yes, I'm happy. Somebody has raised their hand.
Actually thinking about in 4G, we are using whatever the kind of modulation techniques we are using, and in that terms, that we have used OFDM, in 5G, advanced OFDM. So in 6G, like the new term is coming like OTFS. So I'm thinking like how is it going to solve whatever problems OFDM has, and is that going to solve and give us the output that we actually tries to achieve with 6G?
Very good. Sit down, please. You know, that reminds me wideband CDMA, 3G. And Europe, I defined a wideband CDMA. And then China invited me to give a talk in Beijing. You will be surprised. There were more than 1,000 Chinese attending my talk about wideband CDMA. And then I told them, what do you want to learn from me? Professor Wideband CDMA. I said, already you know the word. Why should I give the lecture? No, but we want to hear from you. Then I asked the boy, come here, give a lecture on wideband. Are you a professor? Yes, I am professor. Either you will remain professor and no professor. You have to give 1 hour talk on wideband CDMA. And you will be surprised, he gave a talk. I said, my lecture will be worse than you. Shall I go or shall I talk again? Then one Chinese girl was there. So Prasad, we have heard your names. We want to listen from you. I said, I'm talking. You are listening to me. What more you want to listen? Come here. You give another 1 hour. But I was supposed to give 4 hours talk. So 1 hour boy gave, 1 hour girl came, and then my host was there. I said, are you a professor? No, I'm director. You are director. For what? Wireless Communication Center director. I said, please, address 1 hour. Last 1 hour I had talked. So it is good that I also hear, because if I go and give the lecture only and come back, then I don't give chance what people are thinking about the technology. So always I try to learn from others. And last hour I give a talk, and that is what I am doing here also. So enabling technology. Nobody raised the hand, I think. Somebody raising the hand, technology for 6G? I'm in India. And almost everybody should raise the hand. आप बोलेंगे क्या टेक्नोलॉजी क्या है? Who should be? Yes, he's the right boy. Let's talk about 6G technology. Which part of India you come from? Please. Which part of India you come from? Which? Telangana. And to my knowledge, Telangana has the best brain in India. So, nobody should challenge me. You know, I'm also not from Telangana, so it is not I am doing the favor. I am from Jharkhand. So I am not supporting Jharkhand, I am supporting Telangana. Any objection by anybody? Telangana has the best brain, and the best brain is standing here. 6G technology. Can you say a few words about 6G technology?
So that is overcome to the 5G technology. So we are using that 6G technology.
At least something he has talked. Please sit down. Why I'm very happy with Telangana. My professor, when I was a student in India, he was from Telangana. So I remember my professor. His name was, I forgot his name. But anyway, so he was teaching, and it is a joke. Don't take it serious. H, he was calling H. So Ramji, H parameter. I said, sir, what is H? Oh, you don't understand. Get out of the class. So I don't know. Do you say H in Telangana? Not now. Or still you are talking H? H. So, but it is no complaint about Telangana or Bihar or Jharkhand, any state. We are from India. We are all Indians here. But it is good to make jokes that makes you laugh and full of energy for the whole day. And not only 1 day, but 4 days. So, do you know what is fog computing? बाहर में fog है. And what is fog computing? Who knows about fog computing? Last point, edge and fog computing. Low latency, everybody was talking, and for that technology is important, edge and fog computing. Go to the Google, you will find the answer. Of course, blockchain, everybody knows, quantum computing, machine learning, AI. Who has the expertise in AI and machine learning? Anybody has the expertise in AI and machine learning? Anybody? I think you have the expertise. You know, to be full professor, something you have to say. From associate to full. So when I will talk to the director about you to promote you, I will tell him that nobody knows about AI and you are the only one who answered me. Can you talk 5 minutes about this subject? AI and machine learning.
Sir, when you know something about the subject, then it becomes difficult.
No, it becomes easy.
When you don't know about subject, then it becomes very easy.
Easy.
That's what I feel.
Yeah. So,
Yes, then you are free to make mistakes.
Yes.
You already know that you don't know. And everybody knows that he doesn't know and he can speak.
no, everybody will think that he is a senior professor. What it takes, it is God voice. So they will start writing.
And machine learning is something like, sir, mimicking the human intelligence. So that is what the basic thing is. And in that, what we do is we use multiple layers. Like we use neurons in our network, in our mind, in our brain, to connect the things, to process or to use the logic. So same our machine learning and artificial intelligence, what the name suggests, is with the help of various nodes, we try to make the system decide on something, some logic if you want to decide, like if you want to segregate the things, data segregation or something like that. Then we use this particular thing, machine learning for this particular. So this is the basic like application wherever you see most of the things, machine learning is used for data segregation.
Wonderful. This slide, anything else which I can ask somebody? Reconfigurable intelligent surface. And just RIS reminds me RSS. When I was a young boy, one professor was from Maharashtra. He asked me to join RSS. And RSS is very powerful now with the present government. So I joined RSS. And then you have to put a half pant and half shirt. And the half pant also, if I remember those days, brown color half. So I asked my father, I want half pant, brown color and half shirt. He said, why? I have joined RSS. He was not agree. He said, what will you gain? I said, they are talking about Bharat was Jindabad. So that I liked, so that's why I want to join RSS. So any one of you have joined RSS?
I joined Sakhas when I was kid, but not now.
Not now. Shakha, yes, that was the correct word. Sakha. Yeah, he was a Maharashtrian gentleman who was in charge for Shakha. So, now, but it is not RSS, RIS. How many of you know RIS? You know. Please talk for 5 minutes about RIS. You know, instead of my teaching, it is good one of you talk. That will help to understand everybody. And you don't feel that you are just learning from me. You are giving the lesson to others also.
So in wireless communication, the major issue is the coverage. So in order to improve the coverage, or we can use different techniques. For example, we can use relay. But the problem with relay communication is it takes multiple time slots, and you need to invest some money on having some capabilities, processing capabilities at the relay. And sometimes you cannot provide the gain, especially the diversity gain, which is the single antenna relay. So new technology is there, reconfigurable intelligence services, where we use some, say, finite number of passive elements that will be utilized as a reflector. We have the control, so we can apply AI algorithms in order to train how we can change the phase shifts in order to make the directivity of the reflected.
1 hour is over. Lecture 1. Time is going.
We have to give a short break. Okay. 10 minutes? 10 minutes. 5 minutes too short.
Increase the coverage. And we need not to increase the transmit power. We will have coverage extended as compared to the direct communication. So these can be helpful when we have, say, the scenario where the line of sight communication is not possible. There are multiple applications where we can use this reconfigurable intelligence surfaces, especially for the high frequency range. That's what we can say about that.
My boss asked me I should give 10 minutes break. Do you know who is my boss here? Yeah. He came and ordered me I should give 10 minutes break for coffee. I don't know whether he's providing or not. I don't know. Coffee and tea, something they will get? Nothing. So why there is break? Okay. So 10 minutes break. And go to the canteen and buy coffee and tea and bring 1 cup for me also. Okay, 10-minute break. You have come on the right time. Oh, निकालना पड़ेगा.